Welcome back to the Hammersmith DIY channel. I'm Wyatt Groth, the owner of Hammersmith, and in today's Workshed video we're going to be showing to you how we make the Gooseneck Roof Finial. So the Gooseneck Roof Finial is a product that goes onto the gable of an Australian home. Traditionally this was a product that was manufactured for older style homes, Federation, Victorian era homes, but obviously there are homes that are reproduction style homes that would suit that sort of style. So basically you have the gable of your house, and then you want to decorate it in some way at the front of it by maybe a finial on top, or in this case what we call our gooseneck finial. So you can see here the profile. So this would then sit up on the gable. So if you look at something like this, if that was the gable of your house, it's sitting there like so and coming out. So it's a decorative product and looks great. But what I wanted to show you in this Workshed video today was how we actually went about making this product. What's relevant to this video is to give you a bit of perspective of how we actually used to produce this product. So the original way we manufactured this product was we did it on a bandsaw. So we would basically come up with a section of timber. We then had a pattern that we would use to trace out the profile. And then on a bandsaw, we would pretty much carve out the product as we moved around the bandsaw. Now, obviously the finish you get off a bandsaw sometimes is not great. So then we'd have to spend a fair bit of time sanding and finishing this section to make it look clean. The other problem with a bandsaw is it requires a degree of skill to operate. And as a result of that, it was something that we really only could use one or two people within our factory to do the process, and that became a challenge because obviously people come and go, people retire, and you want to get some sort of continuity with a product. So we ended up taking the product away from being more of a manual process and put it onto one of our INTOREX CNC machines, and you're going to see in the video following exactly what we're talking about. But the end result of doing it on this type of machine is what you end up is a consistent product, and you're not having to spend as much time finishing it, which is quite important. So let's roll the video and have a look at how the product's been made, and then I'll come back and chat about a couple other things. Right, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I think it's quite interesting the way that product is made. There's a lot of sawdust you would have seen coming off, and what I actually did to film that was I ended up having to get an air gun just to keep the sawdust away from the camera, because otherwise it would have been covered in it. So that's probably the only downside, the waste which comes off the product. But as you can see by the manufacturing of it, it's certainly a pretty cool way of doing it, and you really get a great finish off those particular cutters. What you would have seen, this is the end product you see here. What actually comes off the machine, you would have noticed, was this particular product here. The biggest difference being the section up top here. And what that actually happens is, obviously, from you would have seen in the lathe, it's held like so between two centers. And you would have seen in one of the later videos what we actually do to finish it. So there is still a degree of finishing. We obviously cut that off with a bandsaw, and then we have to blend it in on a sander. But it's a lot easier just to blend in that one little point than trying to sand all of these points, which would have, off a bandsaw blade, be quite rough. So a little bit of finishing involved, but probably 5% of the amount of finishing as before. The key part is, though, the product is now consistent, and that's the important part. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please remember to subscribe to our channel, because that's the best way of keeping up to date with what we're doing. So hit the subscribe button. Also remember to turn on the bell notification, that way you'll be notified whenever new videos land, and remember to give the video a like. This is White Groth, signing off.